After the tarmac of round 4 in the Isle of Man, it was back to the forest for round 5, the Cale Graphics in South Wales. Conditions were muddy after heavy rain, but that suited the traction of Middleton's Celica. On one stage he had to drive 3 miles on a puncture, but held on to second place until Colin McRae crashed on the last stage, giving him the lead. Jimmy Gervin in the other Celica GT4 was lying 3rd overall in the championship before the event, but he was off the pace, spinning on the first stage, and he struggled to finish 9th. Colin McRae set off at a blistering pace with fastest times on the first 6 stages. But on the 7th and final one, with the pressure off, he lost it on a bend and slid out of the event within sight of victory. Tricky conditions then, as we see from inside the Astra of Alistair Sutherland as they pass Colin McRae and Derek Ringer. Trying out a new gearbox, Pete Doughty worked hard to finish 6th overall. A short rally for Ian Roberton, retiring on just the 2nd stage when the Sierra blew its head gasket. This is the Mitsubishi Galant of Japanese journalist Hideaki Miyoshi, partnered by Autosport journalist Keith Osborne. Clipping a roadside rock damaged the front strut, and they dropped from 4th to 9th, but then pulled back to finish 5th in only his 2nd event in the UK. Modern rally cars are built for punishment. Just look at this Cosworth, absorb bumps which would demolish anything else. Rallying is a punishing sport. Just ask Mai Davis of HTV. She partnered Alistair Sutherland in the Group N Astra GTE and had to complete 6 stages without 3rd gear. But they made it, 38th overall and 3rd in Group N.
Hairpin left. Caution, straight up. Got to the finish anyway. Congratulations.
Well done. Gotta give you a kiss.
You can't with this on.
This is Håkan Eriksson in a Peugeot 309 GTI with a development 16-valve engine in the penultimate round, the Cumbria Rally. Trevor Smith was in pain from a leg injury after a road accident before the rally. In spite of that and what he called a total lack of commitment, he finished 4th overall. After his win in the previous round, Graham Middleton was totally committed. Only a clutch problem stopped him from doing better than 3rd overall. The Cumbria Rally gave Colin McRae the most important win of his career, setting fastest times on almost all the stages. The rally part car behaved perfectly all day, testament to the hard work put in by the preparation team. Unfortunately, McRae's win came too late to affect the championship results. A bad day for Ian Hughes in the Mazda with a recurring water temperature problem, but he still made it inside the top 20. Eriksson was back for the final round, the track rod forest stages in Yorkshire. A series of problems though, with a spin, brakes, tyres and electrical failure. Retirement came on stage 11 with a broken drive shaft. Colin McRae was in great form on one stage, taking 33 seconds off Graham Middleton. But on stage 7 in Wycombe, he cut a corner too finely and flipped the car onto its roof. Even then, he lost only 30 seconds and fought back to take more time from Middleton and finished in 1st place with his 2nd successive national win. For the first time, Graham Middleton in a Group A Celica, having already secured the Group N title. He set 3 fastest times, battling all the way with McRae and having to settle for 2nd place. He did, though, win the championship and was well satisfied. Trevor Smith and Roger Jones 4th overall, in spite of a failing head gasket on his Sierra. 2nd place in the championship too. And Jimmy Girvin had been going well until he slid off backwards and gave himself 2 punctures. He lost 6 minutes and had to settle way down the field in 32nd place. Dave Metcalf had a bad day, breaking a drive shaft, not just once, but twice. But he managed to keep going. Colin McRae's Sierra was one of the best prepared cars in the rally, and it looked it too. Until, that is, he rolled it. Then it didn't look quite so good. And the sunglasses came in handy in the absence of the windscreen. Graham Middleton had been having trouble with brakes, and in spite of a protest from some Ford mechanics about a servicing technicality, he took the title, surprisingly in a Group N car. Dave Metcalf was penalised for illegal servicing. That 30-minute penalty dropped him down to 97th overall. Trevor Smith, with his second place in the championship, was happy, although he was far from pleased with his performance on the final round. Pete Doughty thought his choice of soft compound tyres had let him down. They were worn to the canvas after just one stage. At Oliver's Mount in Scarborough, Middleton was jubilant, taking the championship title. So a win for Colin McRae, even with his temporary windscreen. And a sparkling drive by Paul Dias, in spite of suspension problems, gave him 12th overall. The partnership of Smith and Jones cutting a clean dash to the finish. Spectacular stuff too, and a deal of determination from Dave Metcalf. And no real sign of Pete Doughty's tyre problems here on this tarmac stage.
I'm quite happy with second. With the problems we've had this year, I'm quite happy, more than happy with second.